Hi there, Marguerita here from the Conscious Wealth Institute. And today's video is to let you know that you are already a billionaire. No, I have not lost the plot. I have the privilege of being able to be mentored by some of the best coaches and entrepreneurs and most successful people in the world. And this comes directly from the mouth of the great Dr. John Demartini. And he says something very, very specific about the fact that we all are billionaires. It's just that we haven't managed to unlock the gifts within us and translate the incredible wealth that we hold within us, inside of us, into the billions that they truly are worth. Because each and every one of us on this planet was born with a very unique, amazing, and rich gift that could earn us billions of dollars if we can just translate that gift into a service or a product that actually brings in the wealth that it is truly, truly worth. So how do you do that? How do you find out what your particular gift is and then translate it into the billions of dollars that Dr. John Demartini talks about? Well, for a start, we have 4 levels of learning or 4 levels of awareness for our particular skills and gifts. So the first level is what is called unconscious incompetence. Okay, so unconscious incompetence is where we don't know what we don't know. So if you are completely oblivious to the amazing gift that you have locked inside of you, then you don't even know how that could manifest into the billions. It's a bit like, okay, we'll use the analogy of driving a car. So if you were born in the deepest, darkest jungles of Africa and you never had any contact with any other civilization, you just had your tribe, then you wouldn't even know what a car was. So when you're living in the deepest, darkest forests of Africa, then you don't know that a car exists. So you don't know what you don't know. So if you don't know a car exists, you don't even know that you could drive a car. Does that make sense? So that's unconscious incompetence. Okay, so you get plucked from the deepest, darkest jungles of Africa and you get taken to civilization and you see all these cars everywhere. Probably a little bit of a shock to the system by this point, but all of a sudden you become conscious of the fact that a car exists, but you still don't know how to drive one. So you are consciously incompetent. And the same goes for somebody who gets behind the wheel for the first time ever, a learner driver. They know that they've known that a car exists and they've known that they could drive one in the future and probably will. But when they get behind the wheel and they've got the gear stick and 3 pedals in front of them and the steering wheel, and then, oh my God, you've got all the traffic to contend with, all of a sudden they realize they are consciously incompetent. No idea about how to drive a car. Okay, so then you start to practice driving the car. Whether you come from the deepest, darkest jungles of Africa or whether you've been brought up in civilization, you start to learn to drive the car. And you start to hone those skills and bring in the combination of all the different mechanics behind it, and you start to get the coordination. You become consciously competent. So you can drive after several hours of learning, but you have to be really, really focused and concentrate on all the mechanics around it. So you can't afford to lose any awareness for a second. So now you've been driving for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. You hop in the car in the morning to go to work. You actually drive to work, you get to work and you go, how did I get here? I don't even remember the drive. You are so on autopilot, everything has become so automatic that you don't even have to think about driving. You're sort of taking in all the traffic around you without even thinking about it. You are unconsciously competent. You don't even have to think about what you're doing. Now, here's where this becomes relevant when it comes to unlocking the billions inside of you. The fact is that there are things that you are unconsciously competent at that just come naturally to you. Now, for most people, they dismiss these things as irrelevant and unimportant because they're so easy. So because we find them so easy, we go, they're not worth much. They're too easy. The point is, there are things that you find naturally really easy that other people really struggle with. That is your gift, or part of your gift, and that is your unconscious competence. So it's unlocking the unconscious competence inside of you to know where your billions lie, because with that unconscious competence, you could produce amazing products, or you could sell a really valuable service, or you could teach people how you do what you do so they can get really good at it. They're probably never going to be as good at it as you are because you have a natural gift for it, but it doesn't mean that you can't teach other people what you do very naturally. So that's where your inner wealth lies, and it's translating that unconscious competence, those natural gifts that you have, into the valuable service that you can provide. So if you look at people like Oprah Winfrey, she is very, very good at connecting people, interviewing people, communicating with people. She unpacked her unconscious competence, her gift. Same as Richard Branson, his head for business and for branding, which is what he is so very, very good at, obviously, because he's made billions doing it. Somebody like Bill Gates and his technology background and the way he built up Microsoft. And Steve Jobs, his brilliance at being able to take these incredible ideas and visions in his head and create these incredible pieces of, not software, these incredible products that we have now, like the iPhone, the iPod, the iPad, and all the other wonderful things that Apple has produced that we didn't even know we wanted. Now we absolutely have to have them. Well, smartphones. That was the beginning of the smartphone. So do you see where your wealth actually lies? In your unconscious competence, in your gifts? And it's up to you to find a way to figure out what they are and then to package them in such a way that they bring in the wealth that you truly desire and deserve. So that's it for the video for today. If you want any help with any of this, I'm always available. I have programs available. All you have to do is go to my website, consciouswealthinstitute.com, if you're not already a part of our community. We'd love to have you as a part of our community. And shoot me an email, info@consciouswealthinstitute.com. I'd be happy to hook up with you and answer any questions that you have. That's it for the video for today. Unlock your billions. Take care, and I'll talk to you in the next video.